Analysts say the high-speed rail line is likely to connect Singapore and Malaysia via a bridge over the Straits of Johor. And from the checkpoint to the terminus in Jurong, the line could run underground. Alice Chia with more.
A bridge for the high-speed rail linking Singapore and Malaysia. Analysts say this would be the best option to reduce construction time and costs. And in land-scarce Singapore, the line could run underground to the terminus in Jurong East.
I tend to believe this high-speed rail in Singapore is going to be the underground, so that this high-speed rail is not going to cause any interruptions to the ground development as well as the other transportation movement.
Different operators will run the domestic service in Malaysia and the cross-border service. And Prof Lee says this will benefit both countries as each will have the authority to make decisions on their rail operations. But there may be challenges to the sustainability of operations.
Operators can only rely on the fare box revenue. Then the ridership become the immediate impact factors to them. How many number of the trips that we are able to get or we are going to have, I think it still remain as an open questions.
But ridership could be boosted by drawing those taking other modes of transport.
What we've seen in other countries is that the introduction of HSR generally significantly reduces demand for air travel. HSR is a very good alternative to short and medium range flights. It's about the same in terms of travel time, but it's much more comfortable and it involves a lot less of security issues. So that's why it's usually a preferred option, in fact, for business travelers.
There could also be different fare models, especially for the Malaysian domestic line.
For the domestic-only portion, there may well be an expectation that fares have to be set reasonably low because, after all, it's going to be heavily financed by Malaysia and there may be some political issues there if the fares are too high.
Analysts also said the government and rail operators will have to be flexible to ensure the sustainability of the system in the long run. For example, the fare structure and commercial model could be reviewed after a few years of operations.